All right. Welcome everyone. Welcome. Yo. What up? Already liked the video? Yes, I can see that. Wow. 6 likes already. And now we haven't even started. Welcome. My significant other is here, seems like. And my woman's here, guys. Say hello. Dion, what is up? Yo. Okay. So, let's just straight up talk about what's going on with the market. So, we've already expected. We were looking to see what's going to happen this short week, but it seems like my prediction was right again for this week because if you take a look at futures right now, doesn't look too good. Okay, so we're down almost 1%, which is why if you guys are in the CFO Swing Watch and in Discord, I got UVXY calls, right? Or you guys could have gotten SPY puts if you wanted to hedge your long positions. So I kind of went a little bit heavy on UVXY calls, so we'll see where it's at tomorrow. But with the with futures here, what I'm going to expect is kind of a day like this tomorrow. Okay, so it doesn't sound too bright, but hear me out. Okay, so I'm not trying to be too pessimistic either. I'm not trying to be, like the world's gonna end, right? But tomorrow, if we have that sideways volatility for the rest of this very short week, okay, I expect us to come all the way back down, pull all the way back down to the previous day's open, which was today's open, right? And even reach the low of the day of today. So the number one thing that you have to remember for tomorrow is there's a possibility that we will retrace and pull back towards the opening price of yesterday, okay, and retest the PLOD, the previous low of the day. That's what you guys need to remember tomorrow, right? So on ES right now, currently, we're holding this 3720 level, and I mentioned this in the past in my previous live streams that this 3720 to 3725 demand area or support area has been used multiple times. We used it on these 3 candlesticks. Okay, we even used it on this candlestick right here as resistance, but we used it mainly as a level of support in the past. So if we decide to break below, and it looks like we just made a new low right now, we're nearing that 1%, negative 1% here for the day on this candlestick. There's a possibility that we can, actually, highly probable that we will end up with a gap down tomorrow. So if you go back to SPY, all right, here's the kind of the second major reason why I got UVXY calls. Okay, if you go on the 2-hour time frame here, one of my favorite time frames, we filled in the gap today. Okay, we filled in the gap, well, kind of. Okay, so I think the gap would have been completely filled if we were able to go up to 376.67, but instead our high of the day today was 376.52. We're off by a few cents, okay? But I will consider that this gap has been slightly filled, or at least majority of it has been filled. Now, why does this matter? Well, because we have resistance at 376. And today morning and yesterday as well, when I told my CFO Swing Watch subscribers that I said there's a possibility that we can retest the 376 resistance level. And we did that today, right? We had such a bullish day and open, and we continued to stay bullish, and we even started to form a nice bullish flag on all the intraday timeframes. But however, there was a possibility for us to reject overnight, and that's exactly what we're doing. I would expect us to open up around, I would say, if we go back to futures here, let me just make a double. So SPY 15-minute. Oh, hold on a second. Let's make sure the symbol is not the same here. And ES. Oops, I don't want Eversource. ES. Yes. Okay, so based on what we're seeing right now on the futures, okay, I would expect us to at least open up around 373. Okay, 373 around 372. All right, so basically we will be opening up with all of, so if we're speaking in tomorrow's terms, we'll be opening up with most of the gains that we made yesterday gone. Okay, so like I said, this 3720 to around 3725 area is a very huge level of support. So who knows? Overnight, we might even come back down to it and then bounce. So we can have a kind of a muted open tomorrow, but obviously still a very large gap down compared to today's gains. But like I said, I'm wanting to see an open at least around 372-ish, 373. Okay, so broadly speaking, I would say 372 to 373, but a little bit more specifically, I would say around 372.50 would be a nice open, right? Ideally. And also, guys, we have a gap fill that we need to fill. A gap up that needs to be filled, excuse me. So let's go back to a single screen here. So there's a huge possibility that today was just another lower high, right? So now here's my third point, okay? So if we had our first high here, okay, after making that big movement lower last week, and then we have our second potential high. And when will this second potential high be officiated? Well, once we break below the recent lows that we made here. So if we decide to come all the way down tomorrow, that means we have to break this 363 support level in order to have an official second lower high, right? It will make this high the second lower high. And then we can bounce at whatever support level that's next, okay? And then possibly retest 369 here and then kind of consolidate and then move down again and break even lower, making this right here our third lower high, okay? This can happen, right? But like I said, I don't expect too much this week, since it's a very short trading week. I did say that I expect either a very low volume melt up or sideways volatility. And we're seeing that right now, right? So day-to-day trading volatility, which means we have a gap up and a gap down, a gap up and a gap down, right? So it can be a very, very easy market to kind of swing, but at the same time, it can be very hard to swing as well. But definitely, day traders are feeling a lot of FOMO because they're missing out on the overnight move, which is why there's some day traders who are losing quite a lot of money right now because they're trying to trade the chop, right? Because most of the overnight move, right, or most of the move has been finished or completed overnight, right? So all the levels have already been hit overnight, right? So that's the reason why we're seeing a lot of chop as we saw last week, right? So I expect this week to be the same, and you know that's the reason why we need to stay hedged, especially if you're long-term swinging, right? And it can also be a great way to get some very short-term gains. So that's one of the main reasons why I took the UVXY calls, not just because of the fact that we're sitting below 376, and for the fact that we close below this major level of resistance. So if you take a look at UVXY, okay, let's go on the 15-minute time frame. All right, so I got in UVXY again, right here on this candlestick, right? I got in as we're reaching, I think, passing 15.20, right? And then the next candlestick came, and I was like, oh, maybe I was a little bit too early, right? But then we immediately just jumped when power hour started, right? So UVXY, it continued to go up and up and up and up, even though SPY, right? SPY wasn't making too much of a big move, right? This is just a few cents here, right? So, you know, with UVXY, right? I think this was telling us something today at the end of the day, which is why I added more right before power hour, like I said in Discord I would, and I'm glad that I did because, well, take a look at that, right? So UVXY tomorrow, I would expect us to open up around at least above $16. Yeah, at least above $16 or at least above this level here, 15.96-ish, which is, if you round it up, $16. But I think UVXY can see another lower high here. So tomorrow, if we do gap down, we will gap down. I would expect us to at least fill in the gap that we made today, the gap up that we made, and then bounce. So for UVXY, that will mean we'll open up with a gap up and then probably fall back down. And then the next following day, we'll probably jump up again and then probably fall back down again, right? And if you guys can see the pattern here, we're forming a nice flag or a wedge. This is more like a wedge, not a flag. But yeah, something like this. Okay, excuse my poor drawing. But, oh, thank you for the otter. Or is that an otter or is that a kitty? That's a dog. I think the emoji here says chilling with dog. Chill with dog. All right, so UVXY, all right, that's the reason why we got UVXY. For all my subscribers, if you got it, congratulations. You guys should be up tomorrow. I will most likely get out tomorrow, but who knows? I might even stay because, like I said, there's a lot of volatility this week. Well, I'm expecting a lot of volatility, and we're already seeing that tonight. So UVXY will definitely be one of those names that I will be looking to swing. UVXY calls, guys, not puts, calls, right? You remember, VIX is completely inverse to the equity market, okay? So UVXY follows the VIX, which is why I'm taking UVXY calls. I don't like to trade VIX itself. I just like UVXY because it's very liquid, and I like the way the contracts move, and I know how they move, right? So you guys should always be trading something that's comfortable, right? Something that you're comfortable with. And how do you get comfortable with something? By gaining experience and really observing and every single day how that stock is moving or that specific ticker that you're looking at, right? So for SPY tomorrow, guys, to finalize what I'm looking for SPY, like I said, if you come back down tomorrow and continues to go down after a bearish open, right, with the gap down, I want to see a retest of 369 and a hold of 369, which is where which is the reason why I said UVXY, right, can have a nice gap up and then a nice big movement down again. Okay, so let's see. So tomorrow on SPY, if we come back down and retest 369, I expect us to bounce. Right, and once we bounce, all right, we can end up with either a nice small doji candlestick, whether it be a green or red, or we can end up with a bearish candlestick again and we head back down, right? And if you head back down, then most likely on Thursday, we can see another green day where we bounce at 369 again. All right, so there's gonna be a lot of sideways volatility this week, right? And the evidence is already showing, right? The evidence is already showing itself overnight. Does anyone have any questions? All right, oh, wow, okay. So we hit new lows again. It seems like we hit like negative 1.05% on futures. So that should be fun. Oh, my protein smoothie is so good. Guys, do you guys want to guess how much my protein smoothie is? How many calories? It's way more than you guys would think. Joel, 369, a good bounce trade possible? Yes, definitely. Yeah, like today, it probably would have been great if we rejected right away at 376, and that would have been a great trade. But obviously, a lot of people don't want to. They don't want to, risk anything overnight these days, right? But I did by taking UVXY calls instead of SPY puts, right? Because I didn't want to trade SPY puts in case, something went wrong overnight, which is the reason why I got UVXY calls, which are a lot cheaper than SPY puts, right? And it's another reason why I got those hedges. Does that make sense? And Joel, oh my God, you're right on the dot. How'd you know that? It's exactly 1,000. Wow. Yeah, I gotta give it a hand. I gotta give a hand to Joel. Amazing. Yes, it's 1,000 calories. 1,000 calories. Today was upper back and arms day. So, well, most basically upper body day at the gym. So yeah, Joel, in this coming week or in the next few trading days, if you come back down to retest 369, good bounce trade, okay? And depending on how, well, I wouldn't know since we don't have the data yet, if we do bounce to 369, probably some good areas to take some profits will be maybe around like 371. Okay, 371 should be like your maximum profit target for that scalp. And I would say you can take off half or even a third around 370. Okay, so you can risk maybe about 50 cents from your entry of 369, and possibly, get a reward of $2 or $1, right? That's a good risk to reward for a scalp, right? 0.50 risk, and then your reward will be $1 or $2, right? That's a great risk to reward ratio. Yeah, Joe, I'm trying to bulk up. I actually gained. I'm actually at my profit. Jesus, everything I think about is either a profit target, entry, or stop loss in my head. So if you guys didn't know, I'm 6'2". All right, I'm kind of tall, just a little bit tall, right? 6'2", not too tall, but I'm still tall. My target weight was 180, and I'm there right now. So 180, I think, is a good height, not good height, good weight for my height. So yes, so basically I'm trying to bulk up. Andrade, you're about to hit the gym now after this. Heck yeah. Awesome. Get some in. Get some of that work in. Okay, so basically, that's it for SPY. Does anyone have any questions? Well, if you guys want me to go over SPY more, and the reason why I take UVXY calls. Because if you guys have any questions, I can answer them for that. So if anyone doesn't understand, let me go over it again. I want to borrow some pounds. I have too many. Why not? Ship it over, man. Ship it over. I'll give you a P.O. box address. Hell yeah, one day at a time. Yes, sir. So, yeah, so SPY tomorrow, guys. I expect an open around 372 to 373, broadly speaking. But I would want to see it around 372.50. So nice bearish open. And then, if we continue to stay bearish, because of the fact that we, like I said, on Monday, to all my CFO Swing Watch members, I said that, hey, we can either have a nice low volume melt up, or we can have sideways volatility, right? Day-to-day sideways volatility. And that's exactly what we're getting right now, right? So the second choice there is what's happening, right? Side to side, not side to side, sideways day-to-day volatility. So, I would not be surprised at all if we decide to end up with a bearish day tomorrow. But the only thing that I want to see is that we need to hold 369 tomorrow. 369 is a major level of support. Major. Why? Because previously, this area right here was using it as a level of resistance. And previously, before that, we used it as a level of support. Exactly 369 here, right? This is the pivot low. So I would love to see 369 hold this week, so that on Thursday we can have a nice green day, right? So if I expect tomorrow, which is a Wednesday, to be red, I would expect Thursday to be green, because like I said, I'm expecting sideways day-to-day volatility. So there's gonna be a lot of gap fills and gap ups and gap downs this entire week. All right, that's what I'm expecting. So if you guys are not wanting to trade at all this week, completely fine. It's been very, very volatile the past 2 weeks. So I would understand that if you guys don't want to trade, then don't trade. Literally don't do it. All right, don't trade since it's very, very volatile. Okay, so we have another one that I want to talk about, MULN. So if you guys remember this one, right, this is an EV name. I got in. Oh, well, hopefully you guys got in too. This was in the CFO Swing Watch. I think I got in on discount stick, I think. This one or either this one. I don't remember. But sometime in May 23 to 25th, I got in, okay? And then I added more on discount stick right here. If you guys follow my Twitter, all right? I added more here. But like I said, long bounce at $1 and long over 1.20. And I was able to get in slightly below $1 in this area. And then we blasted off, and then I still held until today, right? So this is, guys, this is the literal mental, kind of craziness that swingers go through. Do you see how, it looked like we were about to blast off right after gapping up very nicely out of this nice descending level of resistance, right? I mean, this could be a little tiny micro flag as well. You can't call it a micro pennant bullish flag here, whatever you guys want to call it. But after it broke out, we just kind of melted down, right? And we completely erased all these gains and filled in the entire gap that we made up here. So I held through this entire movement down, and guess what? It never even hit my stop loss, right? And if you guys want to know what my stop loss was it was this previous low right here, right? So if it broke 0.76, which is around over 30-cent stop loss, I mean, that's still pretty tight, but obviously the numbers and percentages are a little bit different when we're talking about penny stocks, right? So with 0.76 here, if it goes below this low, this would have been the stop, right? So this is where you guys could have added as well, right? So yeah, I mean, this is it's right back to the previous highs that was made. And tomorrow, I expect another red day tomorrow. I mean, this has been going straight up. So it's kind of unhealthy, but that's what penny stocks tend to do. Something like this, right? This is exactly what I expect to see. Or at the very least, if not this, okay, at least just some volatile consolidation underneath 1.50 to 1.55, and then we break out again. Okay. So the best thing that happened the past few trading days for MULN was that we were able to stay above the 50 and the 10 and the 21. Okay. All right. Anyone have any questions? You guys want me to go over anything? Some analysis for you guys? You can also look at Amazon here too. So this triple bottom, right? It was about to play out today, but obviously, right? We had a very. Oh, I mean, wait a second. This is wrong. Right, TradingView is bugging out. This is not right. There was never a wick all the way down here. But whatever. TradingView and other trading platforms or charting platforms tend to make mistakes like this. But wow, wait a second. Thank you guys for the likes. 7 likes. Wow. Thank you. Like I said, guys, the more likes I have on these live streams, the better the push I get from YouTube. So that these live streams get pushed out to people who aren't subscribed on YouTube and etc. Right? So or who aren't subscribed to my channel on YouTube. So thank you guys very much for the likes. Yeah. So for Amazon, most likely we're gonna fall right back down into this bearish flag that we were making. So most likely we're gonna tighten up this entire week. We're probably gonna gap below. I would say below 106.80ish here, right? So below this resistance level, and maybe, just maybe, we might hold 105 on Amazon. Okay. Yeah, so this is looking pretty bearish for Amazon. I mean, once you break below this 102.30ish level, all right, there isn't much support left. All right. Sad to see, but there really isn't, right? This entire run up, there wasn't much support until we hit, I would say, around 97.50 or around 98, right? So I think Amazon is kind of toast here if we continue to make a bearish flag here, right? We can also make a flag like this, guys, by the way, on the weekly time frame. Like that. We can see another flag like this, right? And so what this will do is that we just kind of consolidate like this and then break lower, right? So we have a little tiny ascending channel and then we break, right? And we have the flagpole right here. So guys, this is exactly what I just do, right? This is where I'm basically, seeing my probabilities, right? And from that point forward, I make my risk management plans, right? Game plans, right? Game planning is preparation. So, technical analysis is supposed to help you, give you an edge, right? With your trading, because you're trying to see where you can risk your money, right? Especially with your entries, your profit targets, and your stop losses, right? And so technical analysis helps with that. And if you're not doing the work, that means you're not prepared. So if you don't have your entries, profit target, stop losses, then what are you doing, right? Why are you trading? Or why are you even trying to trade if you don't have that ready, on hand? All right. So I talked about this multiple times in my live streams, multiple times in my previous videos as well, but you guys need to be prepared. So that's the reason why technical analysis is the most basic type of analysis that you guys have to master. And I think that's the reason why people enjoy my technical analysis, because I got really used to technical analysis. Like I kind of almost mastered it in 2 weeks because, I kind of have an artistic talent, right? Because technical analysis is a mixture of technical of art, right? It's art. So just finding out patterns and kind of integrating to game plans, right? With numbers, it's what makes preparation such a big deal, right? So if you guys aren't trying to master technical analysis, I highly advise you guys to master technical analysis. It's a great type of an art. If you guys don't agree with me if it's an art, well, you guys haven't mastered technical analysis yet, because TA is an art form, literally. You're looking for patterns, you're drawing, you're looking for these specific looking chart patterns, right? Cup and handle, inverse head and shoulders, flags, ascending channels, descending channels, wedges, and etc. Right? So if you guys are struggling, master technical analysis. The numbers will come later. All right. But yeah, anyone have any chart requests before I end the live tonight? I will wait. Yeah, Commander Sparky, yep. So it's very true, right? So if you guys don't have that perspective, change that perspective now. And technical analysis will be a lot easier. And if you guys have ever wondered how I'm able to kind of predict patterns, right, before they even form, well, it's because I'm used to how patterns form. I'm even able to kind of basically see what type of chart pattern is about to form before they form, thanks to my artistic ability to be able to do technical analysis. Does that make sense? Right? So, it's one of the reasons why I even wrote my beginner's trading guide book, because it's mostly technical analysis. Right? I from beginning to end, that entire guide is all about technical analysis mostly. Commander Sparky, XOM. All right. Oh, there we go. All right, the names are flowing in. So XOM, let me go over XLE first. So XLE, I actually bought some more today, and then I exited today. Right? I bought some more and exited half. Right? And here's the reason why. Because with this big volatile move to the downside, there's a huge possibility that we can start forming a bearish flag. So in order for me to get out with a smaller loss, right, I averaged up, right? I averaged up, and I was able to take out half. And I'm going to leave the other half just in the event that we can come back and have a mean reversion bounce towards this 50 daily SMA, right? And if you're able to retest and come back to this 50 SMA, I should be nearly break even with the half of the contracts that I have left on that position, right? So thanks to what I did today with risk management, I was able to basically lower my risk obviously by half, and I was able to get out with smaller losses on my long-term XLE trade. Okay, so XOM here. Okay, I expect XOM to do the same thing, except okay, XOM is already slightly above the 50 SMA, and we even closed above the 50 SMA. So today, if you guys haven't noticed, the defensive sectors had a lot of strength, right? Initially, when the market opened, they were slightly kind of in the back, and then near the end of the day, they became extremely strong, right? Like healthcare, consumer discretionary, and energy, right? They started to really blast off, and energy was the strongest sector today. So, since we're most likely going to have a nice gap down tomorrow, I would expect energy to have a smaller gap down, but have a lot more strength compared to the overall markets, right? So if XOM is able to hold above the 50 SMA tomorrow, which is sitting at around 90.80, so I would say around 91 is a good number to look at to bounce off of tomorrow, or at least get back to 91 and above, especially if we do gap down around, maybe I would say like below 90, right? I would say energy is ready to continue to move up higher, and this recent low that was made today, like on XLE, right? Oops. This might have just been a higher low compared to the most recent low that we made, which is around 70.21. All right, let's take a look at KO. Yeah, so look, right, defensive names, right, like KO, right? KO is a defensive name, obviously because it's also a great dividend name. And it's just one of those die-hard defensive names that you want to be in when the entire market is in turmoil, okay? So KO here, I would say it still needs a lot more work, Dion, to be honest. I don't see much going on here. I can possibly see a retest of this resistance, okay? The descending level of resistance, and possibly a retest of around this level of resistance around 62. Let me actually make it a little bit more clear here, right? So we can see at the price coinciding maybe at this point here where these two meet, right? These two trend lines meet, right? The 62 horizontal level and then this descending level of resistance. But who knows, right? Because KO was showing great price action today. This is a nice candlestick, very bullish. But if this continues tomorrow, Dion, I would say we can retest the 21 SMA at the very least. Okay, but if there's enough strong volume tomorrow and strong bullish price action, we can retest 62. All right, so that's very, very possible. Okay, and if we do that, that will kind of confirm this double bottom that we have so far. All right, I just like the fact that we held the 200 SMA as well. All right, we never even closed below it multiple times. Right, because if we did, then this would look very, very bearish, but we didn't, right? We continue to stay above the 200 SMA, continue to stay above this support level around 59, and today we had a very bullish candlestick. So KO, a good defensive name to be looking at during times of turmoil for the market. Intel, yeah, so Intel, very, very bad semiconductor name. I mean, it is one of the, it's not really a growth leader, it's just one of the leaders in the sector, and in the semi sector. But let me just take a look at the weekly time frame, right? It looks ugly, and it seems like it's ready to make a nice weekly bearish flag. And once we do that, this is a bye-bye for this name because we're not gonna have any support left below. If you break below, I would say at least 36, okay, 36.50-ish, okay? And once you break 36.50, I would say we won't see support until $33, right? So, yeah, Intel doesn't look too promising. But hey, if you want to play possible reversion to the upside, this can happen. But like I said, the markets are very, very, very unstable, very volatile. So I would expect Intel to be the same. And there's a higher probability for this name to continue to go down. Okay, I mean, we've been making lower highs and lower lows, right? And that usually it tells us the future here basically when we have lower lows and lower highs, right? It's telling us that the price wants to head lower. Okay. So KO, I don't really see anything much. We just have to break this low here, and then we head back down to 33. All right. So Intel, not enough data here for me. But Dion, if you want me to look at the intraday time frames, let me do that for you. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look too exciting. We have a major level at 38, right? Major level support at 36.50. Most likely we're gonna head back down and retest 37 tomorrow. Okay, around 37 here. Okay, maybe 37.50. Maybe that's a little better. Yeah, or there's a 37.30. Yeah, that's numbers can be a little bit arbitrary when you're like talking about the cents, and especially if it's not a whole number. So INTC looks very boring. I don't expect a huge move this week at all. So I would say looking at KO might be better tomorrow for you, Dion. Yeah, so Walmart had a huge bounce today. It's kind of breaking apart this H pattern that I talked about, I think last week. I talked about this last week, I think, in the live. But Walmart here, classic H pattern. Now, H patterns are bearish. However, consumer staples and discretionary stocks were just absolutely popping off today, right? So Walmart had to obviously be a part of that bounce. So Walmart bounced right at the $118 level instead of breaking below it. And that would have confirmed the H pattern to start off this week. But I would expect this week to see another lower high being made. So the first lower high I would consider is this one right here. Right? So the first lower high is sitting at 129.90, and I expect us, if we do continue to be strong tomorrow on Walmart, I'll say the second lower high will be around 124.50 to around 125. All right, so you can remember that for yourself for WMT. Commander Sparky. I believe that's you, Chef, right? I'm pretty sure that's Chef right there, my boy Chef. Dion, you said, yeah, lately I've been mainly playing Spy. Yeah, me too. Me too. But I've been starting to expand a little bit, Dion. If you've noticed in Discord, because I don't really want to catch all that volatility and get caught up with all that volatility with multiple losses just straight up overnight, which is also the reason why I didn't want to play SPY puts overnight. I just wanted to play UVXY calls. Okay, so yes, LOL, nice. Got that right. So yeah, Sparky, that's what I have for you for WMT. If any of the analysis that I did for you all, especially Dion and Sparky, if it didn't make any sense, please ask me to elaborate, and I will. But other than that, are you guys satisfied with the analysis? Hopefully it helps tomorrow. All right. Any more names tonight, guys? Any more? Any more? You. Okay, you. Sure. Why not? You. So you was in the watch list last week, and now I'll be having a reel put up tonight as well, or maybe tomorrow, on all the names that we played, and also the names that did well in the CFA Swing and Watch, all the winners. But you here still looks weak. It's most likely going to head back down tomorrow, and it seems like today could be the potential second higher, excuse me, not higher, second lower high, while the first lower high was made here on this candlestick, which is 47.12. Okay, so you definitely will head lower. I wanted us to see last week us to completely move down and hit 29 again, because that's when we will actually see a good amount of support buying coming in, right? This is a nice support level and a good support bounce play, and that could also potentially be a double bottom, right, where we just bounce like this. Okay, so, and if you guys are wondering where I'm seeing the double bottom, well, this will be our first bottom, and if we hit this level again, that could be our second bottom. Very, very simple. I'm also looking at KO. I like KO when it moves, it pays well. Yes. Fun fact, back in I think 2018 or 2019, I think I went over this in my previous lives, but I played KO for like literally 2 weeks, and it paid so well. So I understand. KO premiums are really nice as well, especially if the underlying stock price is moving really well and in your favor, obviously. But yeah, KO can be a very smooth mover. NIO. Oh, didn't NIO have I think NIO had an upgrade today, right? I think someone on Citibank, I think they maintained the buy rating, and they lowered their profit target. They lowered the share price target to I think 41 or something like that. Anyways, they just basically upgraded. It's not, those upgrade or downgrade news are not much of a big news to me, specifically for any type of name. Obviously, it's going to be a great indicator for sentiment. So obviously, NIO has some very bullish sentiment. Yeah, really good day for NIO. Overall, right? Chinese internet names and EV names since last week or the last 2 weeks have been very, very good. Excuse me, guys. So NIO, I think NIO can top out this week around 24. Okay. Let's switch these two here. Yeah, so 24 could be the nice level that we can reach this week. If you guys didn't know, Li Auto has been absolutely going bonkers, right, with incredible strength. And NIO is finally catching up to LI. We also have XPEV, right? XPEV has been really, really lagging. It's actually the most lagging EV stock from China right now. And then NIO is the second most lagging stock, EV stock, and then obviously LI has been the leader here. Okay, it's been leading the Chinese EV stocks, but NIO here, it's starting to look a little bit unhealthy. I want to see a little bit more consolidation, but the momentum is here, and as we're going up, the volume is increasing as well. So I would say 24 is the top, or like we saw with LI, okay, we can make a new higher high compared to this recent high, right? 23.98. So we need to break above 24 and possibly hit around 26 to actually reject. And if we do head up to 26, I would expect this 200 SMA to coincide with this $26 level and help the price reject from that point forward. Okay, so that's basically what I'm saying for the future. But like I said, the momentum is there. Right, the volume is perfect. This is literally textbook. As we're breaking up above and upwards, the volume is also staircasing upwards. Right, so the momentum is there, the volume is there. You just have to know the levels and just respect, well, at the very least, hope that the price respects all these levels. And if you're very bullish, then hopefully we can break above 24 and make a new higher high at 26. Okay. And guys, if you guys are wondering where this higher high is, again, the previous high was 23.98. Okay. And so far we've been going down and we haven't made a higher high than 23.98, which is why if you break above 23.98, or if you round it up, $24, there could be another higher high, well, a new higher high compared to this recent high, right, the previous high. And I'm expecting that new higher high to be around 26. Why? Well, take a look at this area right here. We've been using 26 as a level of resistance in the past, and we rejected off of it hard. So if we go up to 26 here, then we can reject hard, and I would expect the daily 200 SMA to have caught up with the price. And that could also coincide with that $26 resistance level, providing extra resistance to the price. Does that make sense? So that's why I think 26 can also be a very nice higher high rejection area, right? Understood. Thank you. You're welcome. All right. So I think that's it for tonight, guys. I'm reaching that 50-minute mark. Wow, 8 likes. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Hopefully you guys are ready tomorrow now. Be careful, okay? SPY. It's gonna be volatile. All right, sideways volatility is here for this week. Obviously, that's gonna determine on how we act tomorrow. But remember these SPY levels. If you guys forgot already, go back to the recording, which will be automatically posted on the YouTube channel. Right after I end it. So make sure you guys, watch those SPY levels that I told you guys about, and good luck trading. And remember, work hard and trade smart. Trade smart, guys. Okay, especially this week. And if you don't want to trade, then don't trade. And not trading might just be exactly what I'm telling you guys to do. Trade smart. You'll be trading smartly if you don't trade at all this week. So you can avoid all the volatility that may happen. Well, it's already happening overnight right now. So if you don't want to trade at all, that's great. You're trading smart already. So big thumbs up to you. Sparky said, I haven't been trading. Excited for tomorrow. Hell yeah. You've been recharging. I'd love to see that. Dion, thank you for the live tonight. You're welcome. All right, guys. So that's it for tonight. For the people who are just joining, I apologize, but the stream is ending. But you guys can still give us a thumbs up on the video. It would be great if you guys can reach 10 likes before I end the stream here. But if you guys missed the live stream, and if you guys wanted me to go over anything, don't worry. I'll be live again tomorrow. If you guys are wanting to see my SPY analysis, just go back on the recording. Okay, go back on the recording and take a look at the very first few minutes. I would say around like 10 to 15 minutes, right? And take a look at the recording, all right? But that is it for tonight. Thank you all for joining me. Like I said, it's amazing that you guys even join me to hear me out on my own technical analysis that I do for myself, and I'm sharing that with you all, so that's amazing. But like I said, thank you all for your time. And have a great rest of your night, and good luck trading tomorrow. I'll see you guys at the same time for another live. Thank you all.